Throughout human history, some inventions are so fundamental we barely notice them. Not marvels of today, but the simple breakthroughs that shaped our destiny. Controlled fire, the rolling wheel, the cultivated seed. These quiet revolutions changed everything. Each marked a leap in our relationship with nature, unlocking new possibilities for survival and progress. Join me, NSR Elbree, as we journey back to witness the sparks of genius that built our world. Our story begins in the flickering shadows of a long-extinguished flame. Imagine a world cloaked in perpetual darkness, a realm ruled by the chilling grip of cold. Picture our ancestors, small and vulnerable, huddling together for warmth, their hearts pounding with fear as the shadows of predatory animals danced menacingly in the night. Every rustle of leaves, every distant howl was a potential death sentence. For millennia, survival was not a guarantee but a daily desperate struggle. A constant battle against the elements and the ever-present threat of starvation and attack. Life was brutal, short, and defined by the relentless pursuit of basic needs. Then everything changed. Humanity captured fire, a force of nature tamed and brought under control. This was more than just a source of warmth. It was a beacon of hope in a world of despair. It was the first conscious act of mastering nature, bending its raw power to our will. A pivotal moment that would forever alter the course of human history. Fire brought light, pushing back the oppressive darkness that had always held sway. It banished the terror of night, offering a sense of security that had previously been unimaginable. The flickering flames became a symbol of safety and control, and transforming caves, once damp and forbidding shelters, into warm and inviting sanctuaries. Home where stories could be told and bonds could be forged. It offered protection, a fiery barrier against the dangers that lurked just beyond the reach of the light, keeping dangerous beasts at bay, their eyes reflecting the flames as they hesitated to cross the invisible line of heat and light, and allowing our ancestors to finally sleep in safety, free from the constant fear of attack. Rest became restorative, allowing for healing and rejuvenation. With security came the freedom, the precious opportunity to step back from the brink of survival, to think, to plan, and to dream beyond the immediate concerns of food and shelter, to contemplate the world around them and their place within it. But fire's greatest gift, perhaps, was in the kitchen, the revolutionary act of cooking. Cooking made food safer by killing harmful bacteria, easier to digest, unlocking nutrients that were previously inaccessible, and ultimately far more nutritious. Fueling the growth of our brains, providing the energy needed for complex thought and innovation. Many believe this leap in diet, made possible by fire, directly powered the remarkable expansion of human intelligence, setting us on a path distinct from all other creatures. Around the hearth, bathed in the warm glow of the flames, stories were shared, passed down through generations. Knowledge was passed down, wisdom imparted, and communities strengthened through shared experiences and a common understanding of their history and traditions. Fire demanded cooperation, a collective effort to gather fuel, tend the flames, and protect this precious resource, forging strong social bonds and instilling a sense of shared responsibility. It also sparked new technologies, innovations born from the need to better utilize and control this powerful force. Hardening wood for tools, creating stronger and more durable implements for hunting and defense. Managing landscapes with controlled burns, clearing land for agriculture, and shaping the environment to suit our needs. And even the first tentative steps toward metallurgy, unlocking the potential of metals to create even more advanced tools and weapons. Our ancestors, armed with the power of fire, became ecosystem engineers, actively shaping the world around them, shaping their environment with intention, transforming wild landscapes into spaces that were more habitable and productive. The mastery of fire was the catalyst for progress, the spark that ignited the engine of human innovation, transforming us from vulnerable prey, constantly on the defensive, to proactive planners, capable of shaping our own destiny. Without it, our journey might have ended in the shadows, a footnote in the history of life on Earth. Fire was not just an invention, a clever trick to ward off the cold. It was the spark that ignited human potential, unleashing a chain reaction of innovation and progress that continues to this day. It warmed our bodies, providing comfort and sustenance, illuminated our minds, fostering curiosity and understanding, and united our communities, creating bonds that transcended the individual. The story of civilization, the epic tale of human achievement, begins with this single transformative flame. From that moment, humanity's path was forever changed, irrevocably altered by the power and potential of fire. The fire's glow marked the dawn of ingenuity, the beginning of our long and arduous journey towards understanding and mastering the world around us. It was our first true tool, a force multiplier that amplified our capabilities, and our first triumph over the wild, a symbol of our growing dominance over nature. The world would never be the same, forever transformed by the gift of flame. For ages, human progress was limited, constrained by the sheer physical effort required to move things from one place to another. Imagine the back-breaking labor, the immense energy expended just to transport the necessities of life, the raw materials for building, or even the spoils of a successful hunt. Every step was a struggle, every journey a monumental undertaking. By what we could carry or drag, the weight of the world, quite literally, rested on our shoulders. Innovation was stifled, and the potential for growth remained untapped, all because of this fundamental limitation. The ability to move goods efficiently was the key that was missing. Then came a simple insight, a moment of pure genius born from observation. Perhaps someone noticed a fallen log tumbling down a hill, or a round stone effortlessly traversing the landscape. Rolling objects move with ease. This realization, seemingly obvious in retrospect, was a paradigm shift. It was the unlocking of a fundamental principle of physics, a secret of the universe revealed. Early humans used logs as rollers, a clever application of this newfound understanding. They placed these cylindrical supports beneath heavy objects, instantly reducing friction and making movement significantly easier. To move heavy stones, a task that would have been nearly impossible otherwise. This simple technique amplified human strength, allowing for the transportation of materials previously beyond reach, revolutionizing construction. Suddenly, ambitious building projects became feasible. The scale of what could be achieved expanded dramatically, and enabling monuments like Stonehenge. These awe-inspiring structures stand as testaments to the power of this simple innovation, proof of humanity's ingenuity and determination. The next leap was slicing logs into discs, a further refinement of the rolling principle. This involved carefully shaping the wood, transforming it from a simple cylinder into a more precise and efficient form, and connecting them with axles, a crucial step that allowed for continuous, controlled movement. This combination of wheel and axle was a game changer, a technological breakthrough that would forever alter the course of human history. The birth of the wheel. A humble beginning, perhaps, but one that would unleash unprecedented potential. The first wheels spun not on roads. Surprisingly, they weren't immediately used for transportation, but in pottery workshops, where they revolutionized the creation of ceramic vessels, allowing mass production of storage vessels, a development that had profound implications for society and boosting food security. With reliable storage, surpluses could be preserved, mitigating the risk of famine and enabling population growth. Soon, wheels transformed transport. Their true potential realized as they began to traverse the landscape. Carts carried goods, facilitating trade and the exchange of resources across greater distances. And people farther than ever before, connecting communities and expanding horizons, fueling trade and cultural exchange. Ideas, technologies, and artistic styles spread rapidly, enriching societies and fostering innovation. Roads followed, as civilizations recognized the need for improved infrastructure to support wheeled transport, linking distant communities and shrinking the world. The barriers of geography began to crumble, paving the way for larger, more interconnected societies. The wheel also changed warfare, introducing new forms of mobility and firepower to the battlefield, with chariots dominating ancient battlefields, becoming symbols of power and military might, and driving innovation in materials and design. The quest for stronger, lighter, and more efficient wheels spurred advancements in metallurgy and engineering. Beyond transport, the wheel's versatility extended into countless other applications. Wheels powered mills, gears, and pulleys, harnessing the energy of nature and transforming it into useful work, multiplying human effort, allowing for increased productivity and efficiency in various industries, and freeing people for new pursuits. As machines took over some of the more laborious tasks, individuals were able to dedicate their time and energy to other endeavors, fostering creativity and innovation. The wheel became the engine of civilization, a fundamental building block upon which countless advancements were built, its principle woven into countless technologies. From simple hand tools to complex machines, the wheel's influence is undeniable. Today, wheels are everywhere, a ubiquitous presence in our modern world. From cars to watches, their applications are as diverse as human ingenuity itself. So common we forget their revolutionary impact. We take them for granted, yet they are the foundation upon which our modern society is built. To our ancestors, the wheel was magic, a source of wonder and amazement, a key to movement, trade, and progress. It unlocked new possibilities and transformed the way people lived and interacted. It broke the tyranny of distance, connecting far-flung communities and fostering a sense of shared humanity. Setting humanity on a faster path, the pace of innovation accelerated, leading to unprecedented levels of development and societal change. The humble wheel rolled us into the age of cities, empires, and global connections. It shaped the world we live in today, and its influence continues to be felt in every corner of the globe. Its perfect circle still drives us forward, a timeless symbol of human ingenuity and our relentless pursuit of progress. For most of our history, we wandered across vast landscapes, following herds and searching for sustenance. Our lives were dictated by the seasons, the availability of game, and the ripeness of wild fruits and berries. Hunter-gatherers, following the rhythms of nature, intimately connected to the land and its cycles. Every day was a quest for survival, a delicate dance between humans and their environment. Knowledge of edible plants, animal behavior, and weather patterns was crucial for survival. Then, about 12,000 years ago, a pivotal moment arrived, a turning point that would forever alter the course of human history. A quiet revolution began: agriculture. It wasn't a sudden event, but a gradual process of discovery and experimentation. Our ancestors learned to plant seeds, carefully selecting the most promising grains and burying them in the earth, and tend crops, nurturing them with water and protecting them from pests and predators. They observed the growth patterns, learning which conditions favored bountiful harvests, transforming wild grasses into reliable food sources. This was more than just planting. It was a conscious effort to manipulate nature for human benefit. This shift required patience, planning, and experimentation, a departure from the immediate needs of hunter-gathering. The first steps of science. They were observing, hypothesizing, and testing, laying the foundation for future scientific inquiry. Farming produced food surpluses, a revolutionary concept that freed people from the constant struggle for daily survival, allowing people to settle, to establish permanent homes and communities, build villages, constructing shelters that would last beyond a single season, and grow populations. With a stable food supply, families could expand and communities could flourish. The nomadic camp gave way to the permanent home. The impermanent structures were replaced by sturdy dwellings. Small bands became thriving communities, centers of innovation and social interaction. Land became property, a resource to be cultivated and protected, and the idea of ownership reshaped society, creating new social structures and hierarchies. Surplus food freed some from farming, allowing them to pursue other endeavors, sparking new roles, a division of labor that would drive innovation and progress. Artisans, crafting tools, pottery, and other essential goods. Leaders, guiding and organizing the community. Priests, interpreting the world and providing spiritual guidance. And soldiers protecting the community from external threats. Specialization accelerated technology and culture. As individuals focused on specific skills, they became more proficient and innovative. Pottery for storage and cooking. Weaving, providing clothing and shelter. Metallurgy, creating stronger tools and weapons. And more. The pace of innovation quickened, transforming every aspect of life. Large projects like irrigation demanded cooperation, requiring communities to work together towards a common goal, leading to governments to organize labor, resolve disputes, and manage resources, laws establishing rules and regulations for social order, and record-keeping. The need to track resources, transactions, and historical events spurred the development of writing. The need to track seasons and harvests, to predict planting times and anticipate floods, drove the invention of calendars, allowing for more accurate planning and resource management. Math for measuring land, calculating yields, and managing trade. And writing. These innovations allowed for the transmission of knowledge across generations, accelerating cultural and technological development. Civilization was built on cultivated grain, the foundation of settled life and social complexity. Yet agriculture brought challenges, unforeseen consequences that would shape the human experience. Less varied diets relying heavily on a few staple crops, leading to nutritional deficiencies, new diseases spreading rapidly in densely populated settlements, and social hierarchies, with some individuals and groups gaining more power and wealth than others. Still, the benefits outweighed the costs, at least for a while. The allure of stability and abundance proved irresistible. Cities, centers of trade, culture, and innovation emerged from the agricultural landscape. States consolidating power and resources over larger territories, and empires rose from the soil, fueled by agricultural surpluses and the ambition of rulers. Every modern institution, from governments and corporations to schools and hospitals, traces its roots to that first planted seed, to the dawn of agriculture. Agriculture was the invention, or perhaps the discovery, that let us reshape the earth itself, transforming forests into fields and diverting rivers to irrigate crops. It was a double-edged sword, bringing both prosperity and problem, abundance and inequality. But it set humanity on an irreversible path, a trajectory towards increasing complexity and interconnectedness. The world as we know it, with its towering skyscrapers, sprawling cities, and intricate social networks, began with the sowing of civilization, with the humble act of planting a seed in the ground. From scattered foragers, roaming the wilderness in search of sustenance, to builders of cities, constructing monuments to human ingenuity and ambition, we became shapers of our own destiny, masters of our environment, and architects of our future. The simple act of planting a seed, a seemingly insignificant gesture, changed everything, setting in motion a chain of events that would transform the world and define the human experience. From the first flame to the rolling wheel to the planted seed, these inventions are the pillars of our world. Each was a turning point, unlocking new realms of possibility. Fire fueled our minds, the wheel connected our communities, and agriculture built our civilizations. These breakthroughs remind us of our ancestors' ingenuity and resilience. As we stand atop millennia of innovation, let's honor the sparks that shaped our journey. Which do you think was most crucial? The flame, the wheel, or the seed? Share your thoughts below and join the conversation about our shared history.